Another day, another diary. My name's Brooke. This is my diary. We mostly sit here and chat. Um, Sorry, I look so wild, and my glasses are extra reflective because of the light. But yeah, just another day. This video is gonna be short. I mostly just came on here just to tell you that you're amazing, and that if today was a struggle for you, know that everybody in your life thinks you're amazing, that you are worth it, you deserve everything good in life, and that you should be happy because, not that you should be happy, that you deserve to be happy because I'm 100% positive. I know for a fact that there was something in your day today that you did that made somebody feel good about themselves. I know, 100%. So, that being said, today was not like a super busy day. It was kind of a boring day. And when I think of boring days, I I think I've come to unrealistic terms and standards of like what my day should look like because what I see other people's days look like. So, if you feel like your day was boring, I'm going to tell you kind of what I do when I'm like, oh, it was a boring day. And then I try to pick out 3 events where I either, felt happy, excited, or, was like, yeah, it's fine. Just at least okay. And I look at those events and I go, okay, was there somebody I enjoyed talking to today? Was, my day impactful somehow? Did I, go to work and make money? Did I, have a self-care day and relax and take care of my own mental health and physical well-being? Did I, not spend any money? Was that, my financial success of the day of not spending any money on anything? Or, only spending money on the essentials? Was your day spent with your kids? Was your day spent with your friends? Was your day spent with your siblings? And for all of your introverts in there, was your day spent alone in the happiness of your own, bed or couch? Or even, alone in your car for that 30-minute lunch break that you hopefully had? If there are things like that, the simplicities of those things, I would say you wouldn't consider that boring. You wouldn't consider your own peace boring. And in many cases, a lot of people think that peace is boring, that, there's not excitement, there's not adventure, there's not the thrill of something. And I want to tell you that having a thrilling day every single day of your life is not going to be what you think it is. It's going to probably put you more into fight or flight. It's going to make you anxious. It's going to make you be like, okay, what am I going to do today that's going to literally send me into adrenaline rush and like fighting for my life? Or like, are you spending a ton of money to do these things and you're like, okay, now there's the financial struggle or the emotional struggle of, trying to keep up with it all. And then there's the opposite of, okay, if I do step back, am I going to be criticized by the people around me? Like, there becomes this expectation of your peers when you do things all of the time. They expect to always hear about it. They expect the gossip. They expect the story. They expect to entertain and have the thrill for themselves via your story of doing that thing. Like they want to live through you in that moment without experiencing any of the really negative parts other than maybe, jealousy or envy. And then you have that whole can of worms of, having somebody that might be jealous and envious of you that could torment your life because, jealousy and envy make a lot of people do a lot of crazy things, and a lot of things, they may not mean to do in the long run. They might be like, oh, like I just purposely harassed this person because I wanted their life. Why would I do that? Because you wanted their life. Because at some point you're like, okay, maybe if I make them live like me, then there's a spot open for the lifestyle for them and I can take that spot. I know that sounds like wild thinking. You're like, what the fuck? What kind of like 2 plus 2 equals 5 shit is going on right now? It's the fact that when you're so desperate for something, you tend to just do whatever you can to get it, and you have to rationalize what you're doing so that you don't feel guilty in the end. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, they're going to die of guilt. They're going to get, the guilt's going to eat them alive. People who do things that would require a guilty conscience usually rationalize what they're doing away and don't have a guilty conscience. Like, I think a lot of people think, a majority of people believe that when somebody does something terrible, they're guilty. I think good people probably feel guilty, the people who can't rationalize doing something awful. But also it's comes to terms of like nobody's that perfect of being good. Nobody to their core is so entirely good. They've never, been jealous or had mean thoughts, or that's like the type of good you would have to be, and it's just not possible. You are filled with every single emotion, therefore you cannot be purely gold, purely good, which means you can rationalize things away. Like, rationalizing that sweet treat if you're trying to lose weight, or, rationalizing making fun of somebody in the moment with your friends, rationalizing saying something mean to your mom in a fight or dad, rationalizing, saying something mean to your girlfriend or boyfriend. There are a lot of situations where a lot of people rationalize things. Does it sometimes not completely take the guilt away? Correct. But can it? Absolutely. Absolutely. So the next time you think you've had a boring day, know that if there was one moment where you were like, okay, I was happy, your day may have been boring, but that happiness was worth more than, thinking, okay, well, I guess I did do something that day. Like, you didn't do nothing all day long. You didn't, just sleep or waste away all day long. Just, lay there and breathe in and out. You did something, and I hope that something brought you happiness, and therefore it makes your day worthwhile. And yes, quote unquote, it might still be boring, but your happiness is worth something being boring for. That being said, I think we'll be done today. I know this was a little bit about days being boring and a lot towards, like rationalization and guilty consciences. I just want to remind you, it is okay to rationalize something. It's okay to feel guilty or not to feel guilty about something. You, as a person, should never tell yourself, okay, I'm awful for being able to do this. Don't. It's not true. You are doing the best you can, and you need to feel those things. You need to be okay with rationalizing things sometimes, with, putting away your guilt, because if you live with your guilt over every single thing you do that you could be guilty for, it will eat you alive. It will cripple you and it will make you feel disgusting, and you just can't hold all of that in. You do have to come to terms with guilt, and there's some stuff that you're like, I could feel guilty about this, but it's not worth it. And that's okay. As long as you're not harming somebody else or actively, harming yourself, then you're okay. You'll be okay. I don't doubt you. I believe in you. I love you. I think you're wonderful. I hope you had a happy day. XOXO Brooke.